Hi, welcome back everybody to Studio 33 Art by Kay. Today I'd like to do another 200mm by 200mm ceramic tile, which I'm going to turn into a trivet and cover it with the Stone Coat Countertops Art Resin, which can stand up to temperatures up to 200 degrees centigrade, so it can be used as a trivet. Now, the only thing I do to prepare the ceramic tiles is I use some isopropyl alcohol and I just spray that onto a piece of paper towel and then just wipe it over, and that is it. I don't put any gesso or anything else like that on there. That's all I do. Okay, so today I'm going to actually be doing a drizzle, swipe, wreck, spin and balloon kiss. So this particular technique has been done very, very well by Kathleen Miller on YouTube. If you'd like to watch some of hers, she does some fabulous drizzle, swipe, wreck spins. So I'm hoping that this will come out really, really nice. So here we go. So I'm going to put down a base. I'll put all the colours in the description box, so I won't say them all out now. So if you'd like to see what I've used, it's in the description box. I'm just going to put down a little pink base of the Eraldo Ballet slipper. So I'll just put that down first. I've checked all my paints are the same consistency by just doing the run test, where you put a little blob of paint onto some paper and then let them all run down, and then you can see whether they're too thin or too thick. It's quite important that you try and get them to the same consistency, otherwise one paint will run over the top of the others and it can spoil the effect, unless that's the effect that you want, of course. Okay, need some more. So I'm just basically going to do not a too thick a layer, because I'm going to be drizzling all the other colours on top, so you don't want it to be too thick, otherwise you'll have too much paint on your tile and it may not dry well. So just spread this as evenly as possible. And to get out any bubbles from your paint, I just use a heat embossing tool, which is called a magic wand, but don't go Googling that because it could bring up all sorts of interesting things. And I just got this from an online shop called Cabriel Shabby Chic. Here it is. It just blows hot air and that gets rid of bubbles. It also helps to bring up cells. So I'll just blow it on. Okay, there didn't seem to be too many bubbles on there anyway. So now I'm just going to drizzle my colours on randomly across the tile, making sure I go down the sides as well, because I want to make sure that when the paint runs off, that my sides are covered as well. Okay, and I'm literally just going to keep drizzling the paints on like this until I feel I've got enough paint on there. Okay, so I'll speed this bit up for you so you don't have to go through watching the whole process here. Okay, so now I've drizzled all those on. Next step will be to do a swipe. Now today I'm just going to be using the Mont Marte Lamp Black mixed with Australian Floetrol to a consistency of 1 to 4, and that basically is quite thin, and I just make it until the little stream springs back on the stick. I know that's very hard to see what I'm talking about, but 1 to 4 on that. Okay, so I, as does Kathleen Miller, just use some playing cards. I only use each bit once, because once they go soft, they're not easy to use, but I just bought these online really, really cheaply. And I just apply a small amount, about a centimetre across. I had a revelation the other night. I was lying in bed and I thought, I always use the playing cards across the short way. Why don't I use the across the lengthwise? So I'm about to try that. Maybe I'll find out why. Okay, so I've just spread that to about, I don't know, is that about 1.5 centimetres? And not too thick, not too thin. And then we're just going to pull that down or swipe it very gently all the way to the bottom. And hopefully we'll get some nice cells coming up. And as you come off the bottom, don't pull it down hard on the edge, just sort of keep on moving so that it flows over the edge. Right, so now I'll just wipe the card off and use the other edge. Same thing, put the cell activator on here. About the same width, and very gently swipe down. Just like that. Whoop. Whoop. Don't worry if you miss any little bits, because I actually like that look. And you can also fix it up. Okay, and I need to do a narrow one this time. And just swipe down the side. Whoa. Try and hold it as lightly as you can. Right. Now I'll just fix up that small bit because I do want to fix that one this time. So I'll just take a small piece of playing card, which I will just cut with a pair of scissors. Put on my cell activator and just run that through there. Oops. And then I'll do the same up the top. Okay. Now I'm going to use my heat tool to try and bring some cells up. So it looks like the Mont Marte Black hasn't brought up as many cells as what I normally would get at all. So I'm thinking that the Global Black paint has been giving me better cells. But I'll continue on anyway. And maybe I'll do another one immediately after this with similar colours to show you the difference. So now what I'll be doing is a wreck. So I'm just going to get a skewer and do some wrecking lines through here. Just run it through however you like. I think this might definitely end up being a wipe at the end of this, just to scrape off. I'm not loving it. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a small spin. Spin it the other way. Okay, so not much came up. I'm not, as I say, loving this. Normally I'd get a lot more cells. So it does show that the Mont Marte cell activator is not as good for me as the Global has been. But now I'm just going to do some little balloon kisses. I've just done one there to see if it would bring up colour, which it has. So that's what I'll do to try and salvage this. My little fairies are lovely. Make sure that you wipe your balloon between each press. Yeah, they're really, really pretty. It's amazing what you can salvage with a balloon. So to get the multicoloured little flowers, or mine always seem to look like little fairies, you need to have, you know, quite a lot of colour down, and of course that colour is hidden underneath that black cell activator, but it is there, and so when you press down with the balloon, it brings those colours up, and I do love those. Many a piece of art has been salvaged with a few lovely little balloon smashes. You just gently down, you can go into them again. Jelly Cube is great at doing the balloon smashes or balloon kisses. Okay, you can also do a little balloon roll where you roll the paint off, and that will be nice on this too, just to bring some of the colour up. So you just put the balloon on and then just roll it off like that. Oh, that's pretty. Do another one of those somewhere. So this one's a really good one for beginners to have a go. Just layering the paints and then having a go with the balloon. You get some really, really lovely effects. Okay, and hopefully you've been able to get something out of today's video, and we'll be back real soon. Thanks, bye. So I'll just take you down for a close-up. As you can see where I've done my little balloon kisses there, we've got some beautiful little fairies going on, and where I've done the balloon roll, that's quite pretty too. Okay, not what I was going for, but oops, it's out of focus. Focus, here we go. But it's pretty nonetheless. And just because you don't like your own composition doesn't mean that someone else won't love it. So my immediate reaction is to scrape this, but I won't, because I know that there will be someone who will love it. So there you have it. So if you could subscribe to my channel, that would be absolutely wonderful. And those of you who already have, thank you so, so much. And if you could give me a thumbs up, that would be great. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.